We need to really understand that the evidence we collect is really about student learning and not about student completion of activities or assignments. So to review, building knowledge through content-rich nonfiction, reading, writing, and speaking grounded in evidence from texts, both literary and informational, and regular practice with complex text and its academic language. Instructional shifts means actions. We need to change something. We cannot keep doing what we have done in the past and be successful implementing the Common Core standards or on the PARCC assessments. Remember, the 3 shifts are Shift 1, develop content knowledge, Shift 2, reading and writing with evidence, and Shift 3, regular work with complex text. Some of the items on the New Jersey Model Curriculum Assessments are set up in this format, so if you've been using them, that is a good thing. Perhaps having a few of these items done on the computer with some of the tech tools that we talked about would also be a good idea. Again, example here, PROS constructed response item. On this slide, you'll see an example of Part A and Part B for Grade 3 of an evidence-based multiple choice item. Here is an example of a research simulation task item. Third grade is a little different than the other grades when it comes to research simulation task. They will only utilize 2 passages where all the other grades utilize 3 passages. Remember, standard RI 3.1, determine the main idea of a text, recount the details and explain how they support the main idea, and standard RI 3.2, ask and answer questions to demonstrate understanding of a text, referring explicitly to the text as a basis for the answer. Here's another example. This has 2 parts. On this slide, you'll see Part A. Notice again that it refers to an article that they've read. And now here's Part B of that same question. See where it says click 2 other paragraphs that include additional support for the answer to Part A. And here's an example of a PCR, or PROS constructed response. Notice how there's a text box where they need to type their answer, and they need to use details from both texts to support the idea. We also need to remember that there are 3 types of writing tasks: analysis, narratives, and research. For the next 3 slides, you're going to be working with a partner or a small group to complete the activity. Discuss how you could use a gradual release responsibility model to help your students to do more of this in your classrooms. Step 3, again, you're citing evidence. You've asked questions and you're asked to put the answer, page number, and paragraph. We talked the last time about numbering paragraphs and giving your students an opportunity to practice this between now and March. And this is an example showing step 4 of citing evidence. Again, if you have any questions as you go through this assignment, please feel free to ask me. We've been talking about the shifts in the Common Core for quite some time. It is not something new, we just needed to be reminded of them. Please remember complexity, evidence, and knowledge. It was interesting for me to note that some of you on your KW items are actually on this slide. Things to keep in mind if you're going to be talking about universal skills for learners: how to set and achieve goals, how to be self-directed learners, how to manage one's own time, how to orally communicate with others, how to ask questions, and how to write effectively.